Remember your childhood? Remember how simple the times were? Remember the little things that you did that you would just kill to do again? Or how many of you are still kids? Hmm. Okay. YouTube requires all creators to make a list of the minors in their fan base for reasons. Very safe for work reasons. Okay, that was a terrible joke. I don't exactly know how to transition into this. So, childhood things that should also be normalized for adults, or whatever I'm gonna name this title. Okay, we are starting out with a bang. Velcro shoes. Why is this a kid exclusive thing? Velcro is way easier than tying your shoes. And unlike shoes with laces, you are not in the danger of tripping over Velcro shoes if they're not worn properly. The only reason Velcro is for kids is because the media makes it like that. I mean, that's the case for pretty much everything on this list. And don't say Velcro shoes look ugly. That's just the media brainwashing you into thinking that. That's why we need to convert to communism, where they limit all that bastardly blasphemous brainwashing. Velcros have all the benefits of lace shoes while having even more to offer. Velcros are just the superior mechanism when it comes to tightening your shoes. And no, I am not overly passionate about this because I never learned how to tie my shoes. They taught me in kindergarten. I can vividly remember it, but I never learned it. And now that I'm what you would call a young adult, I could very easily learn it in like less than an afternoon. But it's way funnier not knowing at this point, so I'm gonna keep it that way. Please don't bombard me in the comments about this. Actually, you know what? You can. Comments favor the algorithm. Also, those light up shoes. I just thought of them. I never saw the appeal as a kid, but now that I'm a big boy, I want I want them. Please normalize adult light up shoes. Playgrounds. I'm gonna talk about them now. Why can't adults go to them? Imagine you and the boys hit the playground and play tag. It'll probably be the roughest game of tag, but it'll be such a blast. Sure, the chances of things ending with a fist fight are, well, I mean, the chances of it are pretty much the same as it was when we were kids. For all the women in the audience, men don't really go through any character development. We just see something cool and then make that our personality for a week, and then everything goes back to normal. Playing tag as an adult in the playground would be so much fun, especially since there shouldn't be any more of those stupid kids who says they're in safety and they can't get touched. What's the whole point of tag then? Why can't you and you specifically not get touched? What do you have that we don't? Better lawyers? Okay, that rant got a little out of hand. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches. It's 7 a.m. as of me writing the script, and I just can't with these transitions right now. PB&J sandwiches are, because of the media once again, a childhood exclusive sandwich. I mean, so it's the heavenly grilled cheese sandwich, but the idea of it being a childhood snack is way less rigid. PB&J sandwiches should be enjoyed for all ages. Whenever I need to make a lunch, I always go with PB&J, mostly because I am unable to make literally anything else. And then you can cut off the crust. Now, I was never a cut off the crust kind of guy. The crust keeps the structure of the sandwich and adds a variety to the texture. But crust or no crust should just be a normalized thing. Like, you should be able to go into a party and ask, so, are you a crust or no crust kind of guy? If they say no crust, it reveals a lot about their character. They like order and consistency. That's why they don't want the crust to mix with the rest of the bread, making for a very inconsistent flavor and texture. You know, an orderly person is a person I can look up to for sure. And then there are the uncrustable sandwiches. I'm fine with them having no crust because they made sure that the sandwiches are still very structured. I wonder what they do with the crusts from Uncrustables. They should make a Crustables. It's just a crust with some PB&J that was left over from the Uncrustables. You would eat it like a beef jerky stick. PB&J sandwiches need to be cut diagonally, by the way. No other way of cutting is allowed. Whenever my parents make a sandwich for me, yes, they still do that if I ask them sometimes. Don't judge me. I always ask for a diagonal cut. Because we all know a diagonally cut peanut butter jelly sandwich makes the enjoyment 186.76% better. Imagine a PB&J sandwich being lead and jelly, because the lead is PB on the periodic table. Anyways, wow, that tangent went on for an insanely long amount of time. It would be like a higher order tangent. That's like a greater tangent, by the way, I think. This might be the last thing on the list, but like crayons, as a big boy, I think I should still be able to use crayons. The adult version of crayons would be like oil pastels, right? They kind of share the same vibe. I could totally be wrong about this, by the way. I am not very knowledgeable in art tools or whatever. I bet you remember using oil pastels at least once in middle school art class. I know there are artists who use crayons in their artwork, but the whole point of that is, look, I use crayons in my artwork, so my point still stands. And having the 64 pack of Crayola crayons as a kid was a sign of superiority. Same thing with those erasable Crayola colored pencils. You don't want to mess with the dude who has a 64 pack of crayons and erasable colored pencils. At that point, you're just asking for trouble. If you had that 64 pack, you had power, you had fame, you got all the babes who are 60 years old. But whatever, it was okay because you were also 60 years old. In conclusion, I might be a little nostalgic, but I will need this in my adult life. Life is too short to take seriously anyways. Like, did you realize how much tangents I was going on through this video? It was a whole lot more than even my average videos. It got a little chaotic, but so is childhood. Comment if you're a crust or no crust kind of guy. Okay, this video is long enough, so I'll make this quick and easy. That's what she said. Anyways, I had a lot of fun writing the script, and I actually didn't know what my next video would be after the audiobook one was. Of course, that next video became this one. But me not having a video planned out hasn't happened in forever. Of course, I had video ideas, I just wasn't sold on which one to do next. Then I thought of this idea, the one you just watched, while in the shower, and pretty much thought of the whole script. It was a really long shower, okay? I never said this before, but thanks for sticking around till the end card. As a reward, here's your certified weebie fact. King Kamehameha was the first person to unify all of Hawaii. And yes, that was his actual name.